Heaven. That a retake is doable, but time. Does Jesse Vash greed for the timer? Because that could make or break this entire best of three. Because Munchkin's waiting to punish it. Jesse Vash gets the kill from long range. Trip used. Meteor down to 70 HP. And Jesse, how does he do it? Tito Jesse Vash leading the young guns of teams.
Real quickly before we get started, I just want to ask you to consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me be more motivated to make content like this. I'm really happy with how the channel's been growing recently, these past 2 weeks of me uploading again. So yeah, thank you. So today, Team Secret had an absolutely massive upset over Gen.G. These first two maps were pretty one-sided. However, Split was an absolute banger. As the saying goes, all bangers end on Split. So today we're going to take a look at this map and see how Team Secret managed to pull off the upset in overtime. So the first round we're going to look at is round number 3, and Team Secret are actually going to end up losing this anti-eco round for them. This game started off really bad for Team Secret. Actually, they ended up being down 0-5 at the beginning of this game. So at the beginning of this round, you can see Team Secret started with a pretty basic default 1-3-1. But as you see, Team Secret just ended up taking a bunch of unnecessary 1v1s. So Jeremy jumps out of Heaven alone there into the trip. He doesn't get traded. After this, you'll see Sky's about to swing out Heaven. He's going to take a 1v1 and not get traded. See, takes another 1v1. And then after this, it's just very downhill from here. They all try to make a hero play. Jesse Vash dies on the lurk. And they just took a lot of unnecessary solo fights that Gen.G capitalized on. And they either won the 1v1 or Gen.G managed to make that fight a 2v1 and win it. And so just really unnecessary solo play here from Team Secret. So the next one we're going to take a look at is round number 6, and this is Team Secret's first actual win in the map. So as you can see, Team Secret are on kind of this like weird broken half buy right now, and they're coming off of a timeout right now. And they start with their very basic 1-3-1 default that they've done pretty much every round. But as you can see, Jeremy ends up overextending here a little bit too much. He takes an unnecessary 1v1 and dies. However, this is really good from 2GE after this because he ends up dropping into vents and taking the space after Jeremy's death. And so he ends up sitting down here, and the round kind of goes on standstill for a little bit. Gen.G go for this reclear. They end up shooting the cam and not seeing anything. However, this is where the blunder from Gen.G comes in. As you can see, they start to split up. And they have Texture go back and Karen swing ramp. And Karen ends up losing a 1v1 to a Spectre, which is kind of blows the round open for Team Secret because it ends up allowing 2GE to get this lurk kill onto Texture because Texture ends up trying to push and try to retrade Karen after they split up, which is just a major blunder for Gen.G in this game. Is losing this round because they should not lose this round majority of the time. Team Secret have a broken buy. But it's just a silly mistake for Karen on pushing ramp here. I would have preferred if he would have just played back Heaven with Texture, maybe gone for a reclear of vents together or something like that. But ends up blowing the round open, and they end up just winning this 4v3 post blind off of it. So a really common theme in this game for Team Secret on attack was this mid default. And honestly, it didn't really work a whole lot. Gen.G really knew how to take care of this mid default. The way that they ended up taking care of it most of the time was Munchkin would stick around for a little bit, try to play off his orb, but majority of the time, they would just fall back and play sites, and they would give Team Secret all of mid, and they would fight for site with the team, or as a team, or with their Cypher utility. So as you can see here, Team Secret are going to go for a fast mid hit with Jeremy's double satchel into the smoke, which is actually really interesting. I like this smoke a lot. However, Jesse Vash gets picked off on the flank. They dog into Heaven. They think it's clear because the dog saw nothing Heaven. However, they are pushing into a B site with 3 people on it, and they end up just getting shredded because of it. Yep. So I would have preferred if Team Secret maybe tried something else because it felt like every single round this game they were doing this mid default, and it just feels like Gen.G were just ready for it pretty much every time. I mean, I would have preferred them to try something a little bit different a little bit earlier on in the round, or in the game, sorry. So the first round of attack first round of Team Secret's defense that we're going to look at is round 21. As you can see, Gen.G actually made it to match point. Gen.G finished their defense side 9-3. But Team Secret are actually going to win the next 6 rounds in a row, which is kind of nuts. But so as you can see, Gen.G are about to go for this fast B hit. And they end up actually getting the first kill on 2G, or 2G, as you can see right there. However, this Viper nerf, I feel really hurt Gen.G in this round. So, because they end up just getting stuck front sight. So as you can see, I'm not sure what this Viper Molly is from Munchkin though, because it kind of helps Team Secret out a lot actually, because it ends up containing Gen.G in this front side area, and Team Secret do this really good job after this actually, is they end up just forcing Gen.G to have to stay in this front side area and not let them get past this Viper wall. So yep, Envy makes the push through. Meteor gets caught out, and now they don't have any more toxins, and they can't get it back up because of those Viper nerfs. And this is really one of the sections where it's kind of hurting pro teams a lot, is that they're used to having more toxins here, and they end up just having to try to take the duels and end up losing it. And then Karen makes this 1v3 interesting, but Team Secret end up converting it in the long run. But overall, those Viper nerfs just they don't feel that significant, but once you actually start playing with them, you realize how significant they are, especially that nerf to not being able to put up your wall unless you have 40 fuel. That is a massive change to Viper, and it'll really hurt her pick rate in the future. So the last round of this game we're going to look at is the final round that Team Secret end up winning it all on. So Gen.G, they start with this dog through mid, but they end up just grouping up and trying to hit B. However, Team Secret had some beautiful utility this round to just completely deny Gen.G. Sorry, I had to yawn. But they had some amazing utility this round to just completely deny Gen.G of any space whatsoever. So as you can see, 2G TP's out, and he has a perfect blind that catches 3 players. It really separates Meteor and the Sky player, Lakia, sorry. I'm not very up to date with my specific names. But it helps separate them from the other 3, and then Team Secret end up just dueling them and taking them out. And then this Viper Molly to further keep Gen.G out of the site is perfect. Then 2G just gets some lucky spam here, and I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, because they end up rotating to A. And then after this, Jesse Vash just takes the round into his own hands. Wins the 1v1. And then walks outside and gets Meteor. So overall, a crazy upset for Team Secret, and this actually matters a lot for playoffs because it shoots Team Secret into that 3 seed instead of the 4 seed above Meteor. So Team Secret might be that 4th team for Pacific in champs, because we know we have the big 3 all year of DRX, PaperX, and Gen.G, but Team Secret may end up being that 6th team for Pacific, that 4th team for Pacific this year.